Hepar sulph.
Calcium. An impure sulfide of calcium prepared by burning a crucible in the rich interior of oyster shell with pure flowers of sulfur. Liver of sulfur is the name which was given by the wood chemists to several sulfur compounds whose color was supposed to resemble that of blood. Before Hahnemann's time, Hepar sulph calcareum sulphate of lime was used an external remedy for itch, rheumatism, goiter, and ocular system. 1794, Hahnemann proposed to use it internally to arrest mercurial salivation. A few years later, it was tried. Esther thinks the first Dr. Bust of Stratford for asthma pulmonary sites. But this was a heavy inspiration Hahnemann's spring, and clinical experience has thoroughly borne out. The Hepar of Hahnemann is not identical with ordinary sulphate of lime. It is prepared with oyster shells instead of ordinary lime in a special way. Neither it is identical in composition or properties with calcium sulphate, that is gypsum of Switzerland. Being a chemical combination of calcareous and sulfur, it has some of the properties of both, but is very different from either, and though it is useful to compare them, Hepar must be studied in a separate entity. The one feature which more than any other characteristics Hepar cause is water sensation, which runs throughout the remedy. Any trouble occurring on skin where there is great sensitiveness to the slightest touch, patient cannot bear to have even the clothes touch the part or have it touched in any way. Exanthema, little nettle rash, sore to the slightest touch, skin hard to hit, inflammation of, sensitive soreness of, is Guernsey's admirable definition of this feature as it affects the skin and touch. But the sensitiveness is not confined to touch. There is excessive sensitiveness to air. Patient cannot bear the least touch, and if a hand accidentally gets outside the bedclothes, it brings out an aggravation. Sensitiveness to noise, to odor. Mind is no less touchy than the body. Dissatisfaction with oneself and others. Dissatisfaction with oneself and others. Dreamy, atrabilis mood, a sort of precocious sleep, as though one could murder a man in cold blood, even in persons who are generally of a very benevolent disposition. మంచి వాళ్ళు గాను స్మూత్ గా ఉన్నాడు కూడా ఆ ఇంపల్స్ వచ్చేసరికి ఎవరో పొడి చేస్తారు అంటే వాళ్ళు పొడి చేస్తారు. This is from Teste, who says he has removed these symptoms with a Hepar, irritable and angry. ఈ సెంటెన్స్ చదువుతుంటే వస్తాను irritable and angry, feels inclined to kill anyone who offends him. Another instance is sensitive to Hepar is relation to pain. The slightest pain causes fainting. There is also irritable heart. The sensitivity to cold air is more to the dry, cold air of Aconite and Bryonia. This distinguishes it from natrum sulph in asthma, which has aggravation from damp cold. Natrum sulph is Gravobil's typical hydro remedy and also fixes its application in croup. Hepar croup is accompanied with rather loose cough with wheezing, rattling. Cough as if mucus would come out, but it does not. The time of Hepar croup is early morning. Aconite is in the evening. The least breath of cold air aggravates cough or any uncomfort. Another feature of Hepar is the sensation of splinter or fishbone in the throat. In Pussy, with the throbbing air separation is imminent, Hepar is indicated. Throbbing, stabbing pains with gentle rigor and character. The relation of Hepar to the suppuration process is very marked. It is the hectic condition generally and processed locally. I once cured with Hepar sulph 60 a case of axillary abscess with a large collection of pus. The whole aborted without breaking. It is an article published in Minneapolis. LP Foster distinguishes between Hepar and calcareous sulph and Kali sulph in their action on tissues. Kali sulph acts on the epidermis, Hepar on the lymphatic glandular system, skin and respiratory mucous membrane. Calcareous sulph acts much as Hepar, only more deeply. Hepar acts on axis before open, calcareous sulph after. Open తర్వాత మళ్ళీ కొత్త ఫారం కాబట్టి calcareous sulph పనిచేస్తుంది. Open చేయించినాక Hepar పనిచేస్తుంది. Foster cured a lady with calcareous sulph 5 upon several large ulcers in the glute region, 3 inches in diameter and 3/4 in deep, exposing the bone. The pain ceased immediately and the cure was completed in 2 months. Calcareous sulph is suited after it breaks Hepar before. In this connection, it may well to speak of the relation of Hepar to mercury. Animals instantly led him to see Hepar antidote to mercury poisoning, and it remains still the chief antidote, whether to the effect of a massive dose or to overaction of the senses. Cilicia and mercury are inimical, but if Hepar is given as an intermediary, no unpleasant effects will occur. It follows mercury when this disease develops or has aggravated in rheumatism, boils and suppuration. In a case, eczema would end in a young girl 3 months after puberty. The first red itching. Mercury was given and the whole body became covered with the rash. Hepar was then given and removed all immediately. Hepar is day and night without relief. It antidotes the sensitiveness of mercury to atmospheric conditions. In the old days of mercurialization, one of the chief things to be avoided by a patient under the course was exposure to chill. Hepar has the same sensitivity to chill and liable to take cold from exposure. Cholera, nose swollen and sore to the touch, especially inside the LA. Pouring at the root of the nose with catarrhal symptoms or headache is characteristic. Pouring at the root of the catarrhal symptoms or headache is characteristic. Crupus, inflammation of throat, respiratory organs, bowels and kidneys, the inner as well as the outer skin impact. The ulceration of the skin is peculiar. E.V.M. thus describes it, others with bloody pus, with sour smelling pus, stinking pus, putrid ulcers, with redness around, little pimples around 10, 12 or even as many as 50 may surround the large ulcer, and the ulcer sometimes spreads by the little pimples joining in. Painful at the edge, suppurating, with the pain as if difficult to heal, inflamed, itching, looking like a lump of lead with a hole in it. Cancer ulcers, feeling like old cheese, very characteristic of Hepar ulcer discharge. The itching of Hepar is noteworthy. It occurs in connection with jaundice. At most keynote. Itching and it's ఈ ఒక్కడే ఇచ్చాడు క్యాన్సర్ ఏ రెమెడీ ఉండదు, ఒకే ఒక్క రెమెడీ పార్ ఇచ్చారు. కానీ మెటీరియల్ మెడికాలో చిల్డోనియంలో కూడా ఇచ్చారు, చిల్డోనియం డ్రగ్లో ఇచ్చారు. దాంట్లోనూ దీంతో ఉంది. రిపర్టరీలో మాత్రం ఓన్లీ పార్సల్స్ ఇస్తారు. అమ్మగారికి ఏం వేసిన దగ్గర హెపర్ పెట్టి రిటక్ అని చెప్పి అండి కడుపులో ఇచ్చింగ్ ఉంటుంది, ఎప్పటి దొరకదు. మొదట అనుకున్నాం ముందుగా ఈ జాండీస్ తగ్గడానికి మందేస్తే వచ్చే దొరకదు అనుకున్నాం. రాదు, ఇంకా రాగా జాండీస్ తిరిగిపోతాం. అప్పుడు రిపర్టరైజ్ చేస్తే ఓన్లీ పార్సల్స్ ఇచ్చాడు. పార్సల్స్ చేస్తే అది ఇది అన్ని తగ్గి. It occurs in connection with jaundice. The itching of Hepar is noteworthy. It occurs in connection with jaundice. It is cured case of pruritus, especially when of mercurial origin. In the respiratory organs, there are suffocative acts of breathing. In group, child chokes in its coughing spells and there is much rattling. It meets many cases of asthma and whooping cough. Respiration with mucus rattling. Expiration in the morning, none in the evening. Cough with expectoration during the day, none in the night. In group, no expectoration at night but only in the daytime. With the suffocative coughing spells, low, weak voice. There is a semi-paralytic condition of the rectum and bladder, somewhat like that of aluminum. stools are passed with great difficulty, even when clay and soft. Fetid stools with a sour body smell in children. Sour stools are also very marked in diarrhea, and this we noted along with the desire of Hepar for acid things. Maturation is impeded, obliged to a while before the urine passes, and then flows slowly for many days. Never able to finish urinating. It seems as if some urine always remains behind in the bladder. Urine drops vertically down. The urine is very acrid. There are complaints in maturation and after nocturnal emission. Escape of prostatic fluid at any time and at stool. Actions of the sexual organs occurring on the right side. Hepar is one of great antistories. In his Medicine experience, Hahnemann speaks of the itch eruptions caused by Hepar and its corrosive properties in woolworkers' itch. It is suited to the historic scropular diathesis, debilitate subjects, great tendency to suppuration, stumors, outrageously cross children. Outrageous, chala కోపం వచ్చేస్తాం ఇక సూట్ అవుతున్నావు చూస్తున్నాం సరే. Torpid, lymphatic constitution. Persons with light hair and complexion, slow to act, muscles soft and flabby, slow constitutions with lax fever and light hair, great sensitiveness, lightest contact, ulcers, eruptions and warts affected. These conditions differ from the sulfur type. Lead stoop-shouldered, unclean-looking, aversion to warmth, sulfur. The symptoms are aggravated at night, on awakening, when blowing the nose, from cold in general, in cold dry weather, on single parts of the body getting cold, from getting the skin rubbed off, on uncovering the head, from physical injuries in general, from lying on painful side, from daylight, from pressure without, from pressure without, from use of mercury during sleep, when swallowing, particularly when swallowing food or tender. While urinate in clear sun weather, in dry weather, in the least wind, symptoms are ameliorated from wrapping up the head, from warmth in general, the air being warm, in damp and wet weather, from wrapping up the body warmly by eating. A comfortable thing after eating is very characteristic. There is a marked periodicity in Hepar. Every day, every 4 weeks, attack paralysis. Every 4 months, scabby eruption on head. Every winter, weight loss. Spring and autumn, bilious attack. ఒక్కొక్క దాంట్లో ఒకటి ఇచ్చాడు. చలికాలం వచ్చేసరికి గోప్స్ వచ్చేస్తూ ఉంటాయి. అంటే ఒక్కొక్క సీజన్ లో ఒక్కొక్క వర్క్ పెట్టుకుంటాడు. The bends of the elbows and popliteal places are affected by Hepar. In eye actions, the patient likes to have them covered lightly. The following case was treated by Hepar of sulfur and calcarea had killed. Popular ophthalmia of the left eye ameliorated by keeping eye closely covered with some soft fabric, aggravated in the morning, ameliorated as the day advanced. Pimples surround affected eye. పాడైపోయేది ఇంకా పిల్లలు అన్ని ఏం ఇస్తారో మ్యాక్స్టర్ ఏంటారో యాంక్స్ ఇస్తారు చూస్తే కైషే 3 years మీకు వస్తాయి చాలా మంచి ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్. ఆ తర్వాత 3 times ఆ తర్వాత మోరల్ రెమెడీ నో హైయర్. మీరు అడిగారంటే అలిగించారు మనకు వేసుకోవాలని క్యాన్సర్ అని చేశారు. అమ్మాయి 12 ఏళ్ళు అయ్యం తలా వచ్చిపోయి హార్డ్గా తలా రెడ్గా ఉండేది పెయిన్ అవన్నీ ఉండేది. అలా క్యాన్సర్ తగ్గదు కాల్ తీసుకోవాలి. ఏం చేయాలో అర్థం కదా. సులభం ఉంది గవర్నమెంట్ కాల్ చేయడానికి సులభంగా ఉంది. ఎవడా చెప్పింది నాకు అప్పుడు చెప్పాను. కృష్ణమాచార్య గారు ఉన్నారని తీసుకుని ఆ కాలం ఇంత రావాల్సింది ఆర్థం రెడ్గా గోల పెట్టేస్తుంది. పెయిన్ గోల పెట్టేస్తుంది. ఏమిస్తారు మనిషి బెల్లాన 200 ఇచ్చారు. అంటే బెల్లంతో తెలుసు, బెల్లాన 200 ఒక 3-4 డోసులు ఇచ్చారు, అన్నీ ఇచ్చారు. రెడ్న ఉందా బండి పోయింది, అడిగిన పోయింది, తర్వాత రెడ్న పోయింది, తర్వాత వాపు తగ్గిపోయింది, కాలు మామూలుగా వచ్చింది. ఇంకా 2 3 ఆయన్ని పిల్లలు తీసుకుని ముందుకు వచ్చింది.